is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Stephen Ward over Zoom. Stephen, how are you doing, mate?
All good, mate. All good. How's you?
I'm okay, mate. Obviously, I think I'm in the same boat as yourself and many others now, kind of desperate to be able to get back outside a bit more and enjoy the side to life we possibly took for advantage until all of this came about.
Isolation is easy, you, mate. You look like something out of Castaway film, so you
I
do.
know, mate. It's not been a generous time to me, but like I said to you off camera, obviously, whilst being in lockdown, I thought I'd grow a beard. Obviously, my hair's growing out. I think I might have to go for your look soon. I might just have to shave everything off soon enough.
Mate, I grew a mustache a couple of weeks back, like with the wife. She's a boss, like she made me shave it off.
How is life with yourself and your family, obviously, during lockdown over in Northern Ireland?
It's alright, mate. It is what it is. Like I think everyone's sort of getting used to it now and getting over the brunt of it. It was my wee boy. It was his birthday the other day, which was, he was 5, and we couldn't have anyone over. It was sort of an isolation birthday, but do you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It turned out really well.
I obviously I spoke to you briefly off camera then, and I spoke to Carl about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and asked him about what the lockdown measures that were in place over in Ireland. What's it been like since? What kind of restrictions have been lifted?
Well, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the wife wasn't watching, but the wife was saying last night. They were saying about potentially you can meet up with another family. Someone from a different home. Up to 6 people could meet up. As long as they're outside and keeping the social distancing measures. They're saying that people can meet up, obviously not in a house, but you're able to meet up maybe in a park, stay 2 meters away from each other and socialise with a couple of friends, which is supposed to be a bit of light in the tunnel, like, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it might be for you guys. Unfortunately, we're not we're not quite at that stage yet where we can meet up with that many people. But have you been catching up with people then? Have you been taking advantage of that?
Nah, not really. As I say, it's only really happened. It's only really happened today. I haven't really. I have a young family as well, so my days take up trying to get them to bloody sit down to do a bit of schoolwork, like, you know what I mean? Do the alphabet and all this carry on. But no, not really. I'm missing seeing the boys in the gym a lot, like, and having a bit of crack with them, which is it's a bit weird, like, because usually when you're in camp, sometimes you can't wait for it to be over. But then when you don't have that option for so long, like, you start to miss all the lads.
Obviously, with yourself, you had that defeat to Bolotniks, and I spoke to Jamie Moore, and he said the plan was to move up to Cruiserweight as soon as after that had happened. Lockdown might not be ideal, but for yourself, it might be a bit easier for you making that adjustment at the minute.
Aye. Aye. There's always positive in something, It's like Jamie said, we after the fight with Conroy, we initially planned to move up straight away. It's no secret that it's hard for me to make the 175 limit. And I was doing it. I was doing it at a sort of dedication, but then it became that detrimental to the health, like, And after the Conroy fight, we planned to, but then the golden contract came up with MTK, and listen, what a contract! What an opportunity! And when that came to the table, you'd never get a full night's sleep again in your life if you didn't take that. So for me, it was an opportunity of doing it, and it was just one fight too much at it, and that's what it was. A few mistakes on my part as well, to be honest. It's not all to do with the weight, but a few mistakes. But up to Cruiserweight now, and I'm excited about it.
Jamie said to me, before and after that fight, he did it. He still trained you for that because he knew about how life-changing it could be if it came off and you was victorious. He never wanted to do it in the first place when you said to him about it, or he knew about what could lie ahead if he was victorious. Do you regret taking the risk now with making the weight and dropping back down to enter that tournament?
No, because it was a gamble, and it was a gamble solely on my head, to be honest. The reason being, I always remember the first time, don't know if Jamie ever said, but the first time I came down to the gym, obviously I boxed with Oliver Harrison at the start of my career for the first year, when Oliver took Purley. I phoned him and we were chatting, and I told him I didn't really know what I was doing. I was bouncing about gyms, and we said about going to Jamie's gym, and Oliver was more than happy to see me go down there. And I remember walking through the door, and Jamie says, "What weight do you box at?" And I says, "Light heavy," and he just shook his head. He said, "Nah, no way you'll do light heavy." He said, "Don't believe it until I see you do it." And he for ever since I boxed with Jamie, Jamie's always said I've been a cruiser. And it boiled down, as I say, I don't regret boiling down to 175 the last fight. Should it have done it? Maybe not, but could have probably have lived with wondering what ifs in my head? Probably not. So I'm glad I done it, and I'm glad, I've learned from it, and I've moved on, and I think people's going to see the best of me now. Like,
What is your reflections of that Bolotniks fight before we do move on to your future at Cruiserweight?
The whole week, people making weight will understand. It's hard making weight, especially when it's so tight. But I think you become oblivious to when you're doing too much damage. You don't really know. Because I felt all right after I made the weight bang on 175. I just about made it. But I felt okay after. I felt okay getting into the fight, and then I remember being in the fight, and there was no snap and anything, and it was a wee bit hazy. And I remember when Bolotniks hit me, I think I jabbed and he slipped to the inside and threw, I think it was a left hook. He just caught me on top of the head, and it wasn't even a big shot. Like, when I spar, when I fought Conroy, he hit me far harder. But when he hit me, it literally just took a stuffing out of me, and I couldn't recover. I remember sitting on the shore, sitting on the canvas, and thinking, "Oh, I'm in trouble here." Like, I just knew it was going to be a hard night. Then I got up, and instead of holding and grabbing and making a messy, me inexperience at a pro level, I got stuck in with my heart and ended up getting caught again. And then there was no coming back from then. Like,
Obviously, out of the guys that are left now, who do you see as the favourite? Who do you think, when boxing obviously resumes, who do you see going on to be victorious in the tournament?
Well, I would have to say maybe your brain would have to say Burton. He's a good fighter, and when we done the draw, I remember I nearly picked Burton myself when we're doing the draw. I think Burton actually said that he thought I was going to pick him because I was contemplating it for a second. But listen, he's a good fighter, and he's a smart guy as well. Because even after the fight, my fight, when I got stopped, I remember someone interviewed him and said to him, it was a shock defeat from Ward, and he said, it wasn't a shock defeat. He says, he's too big a lad at the weight, and they knew that. But I think, do you know what I think? I think Burton, however, I really think, and I do, and it's not because I fought him, I really think Conroy is just becoming a better fighter every time. We done a bit of sparring there when he was getting ready for the semis before they were cancelled, and he was in good shape. Like, he was really good shape, and it was the best I've ever seen. We were doing maybe 8 and 10 rounds together again, and it was the best I'd seen him. So it has to be between them two. I think both of them beat Bolotniks. So I do. I think Conroy beats him. I think Burton beats him. I don't know much against it. I think Bolotniks beats the German. But I'm gonna say Jose Burton, but I think Conroy's still up there he's close in the running. I think, and I think he makes he'll stick to Burton. And I think he'll give him a hard fight.
Obviously, just to move it back to yourself then, and this move to Cruiserweight, after that fight, what was the plan? What did you speak to Jamie about? What did you speak to MTK about how you saw your future progressing?
We didn't really, me and Jimmy didn't talk that much about it. Obviously, he let me be in, comforted me a wee bit. Obviously, it was heartbroken, it was the first defeat and the way I lost. But Jamie says it's mad because he was happy the way I lost to a certain degree, because he didn't want to see me go 10 rounds, struggling for the weight and taking a battering the whole fight and never getting into it. So me and Jamie didn't have to talk much because we both knew And as I say, it was on my head that I wanted to do light heavy in it. And after the fight, I think Jamie actually, if I remember correctly, I remember being in the gym, Jamie sort of hugging me and saying, "Well, you know, that's the end of that weight." I knew it. As far as MTK, I think that's a bit like I'm very lucky to be MTK. MTK is a great organisation. It's just getting stronger and stronger every time, mate. Sure, I'm sure you see it. Like,
Oh,
you know,
well, MTK's done a brilliant job for boxing over these past few years.
they're literally flying. They're making fights having all the time. Like even in Belfast, the Ulster Hall was never used for fights here. It was years ago they used to use it, and then it stopped. Everyone wished it came back. MTK came back and got the fights going in it regularly. So I think they knew as well that it was struggling for the weight. It was no secret. And I think it'll go well. And I think it'll go well. You know, I boxed for 5 years as an amateur cruiserweight, and that's what I got the silver medal in the Commonwealth Games in Delhi. In 2010, it wasn't until going pro that it came down. So I think it's going to be a good crack, mate.
What was the plan then? What kind of plan before lockdown did you put in place with the team for yourself and that transition up to cruiserweight?
Well, we're lucky enough for. What do you mean for building up into it?
Yeah.
Well, we're lucky enough. I have a good S&C coach, guy Gareth Egger, who's very good at his job, and he'd need to be because it was always that fine art of trying not to put on too much muscle but keep strong and stuff. So I've been talking to him. I deal with Kerry Kays, our cup man, or bounce advice off him. You know, Kerry's a very, very intelligent man as far as nutrition is. And yeah, talk to Jamie. I think the plan is to try and keep my assets of sort of the type of style I box. For such a big guy, I move a lot, and I'm good that way. The plan, I think, is to try and keep that and try and hit a bit harder. And if it doesn't work, just kick them.
What level of opposition do you feel like you're going to be jumping in with them when boxing resumes?
I think a decent quality. Like I think some good domestic fighters. I would like to think so. I think I'm very lucky, mate. As I say, BMDK don't have to worry about any of that. I can literally leave all that up to them. They know when right to push you and how to get you good fights and how to get you the fights you need. But as far as British level cruiserweight, I think I'm up there. I think I'm definitely in the top 10 at a cruiser. And I think there'll be a few great opportunities, especially when this isolation and this whole boxing thing gets lifted. I think there'll be great opportunities for me to really show that I am a cruiserweight.
You've got the likes of, Lawrence Okoli, who's on the verge of his world title fight, or was on the verge of a world title fight before lockdown. And then you've got Chris Billham-Smith, Richard Riakporhe, Tommy McCarthy, Sam Hyde. There's plenty of names there for you to consider. Anyone in particular that kind of tickles your fancy a bit that you'd be interested to get into the ring with?
No, not really. I think it's really, for me, it's anyone above you, isn't it? It's anyone that's sort of in that ranking above you. You've a couple of good fighters, and they're all good fighters. Some of them I've never sparred. No Big Tommy. Me and Tommy have known each other since we were kids. And Tommy's probably not far off kicking a world title now. I'd say he had that good win away. And I think he wasn't far off. Like, I'd love to see that come off for him. But yeah, for me, it's just about preparing, making sure I'm good at the weight and I feel healthy at the weight, that I'm firing all cylinders. And then whoever MTK gets sorted, then that's for them and Jamie to do. That's my bit's just getting ready. They can do all the business part.
Do you feel any pressure at all to make up? When boxing returns, do you feel like there will be an added pressure to accelerate your career a bit quicker, to push yourself into tougher fights a bit sooner than what you maybe would have liked to try to engineer and maneuver towards whichever titles you feel like you want to challenge for?
But not. I would disagree with saying as quick as I would like it to, because I would like it to move that way. I think I'm up there, and I think that that pressure will be there, which is a good thing, because mentally I feel like I should be up there. So I wouldn't think like it's something I'm worried about. You know, it's something that I'm sort of excited about, and it sort of motivates me because I don't want to be having fighting a load of bums, like, you know, potentially. I want to prove to myself more than anything.